recording has started. Hello, audience of people who mainly are now in the game. No, okay. Welcome back. I'm Danny, your host. We have Tony. Introduce yourself, Tony.
I'm Tony, I play mine.
He sounds so done. Rachel.
I'm Rachel and I play Bridget.
Oh, shit.
Oh my gosh. All right,
My
Rachel,
bad.
say it again.
Me?
Yeah, go ahead, Rachel.
Yep.
Okay, I'm Rachel and I play Bridget.
Okay, then we got Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I play Draco.
Then we got John.
I'm John, and I play Rin.
All right, very good. I forgot to mention start of last episode that Feocius, or Dallin, he is gone on vacation, and so we're playing without him currently. That's just a thing that's happening. And I also forgot to mention during last episode, which is just the first half of the session, that priest that you guys found crushed between the metal when you met Bridget,
Right.
they were wearing vestiges or like symbols of Kamaria.
Similar to Father Stevens,
Yeah.
right? Because Father Stevens was Kamaria.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, good to know. Good to know.
Yes, indeed.
Let me take note of that.
Yep. Go ahead. Flip through your pages. Take the note.
Gotta find the right spot.
So, anyways, I think let's get back into it. Last we left off, the party traveled a great distance that we kind of skipped through and just hit some certain key points. Which the time it took for you guys when you got off the boat to the point you guys got to Everhelm was probably like 10 days journey. We just kind of skipped through it because, you guys have traveled a lot. So you guys traveled through there, saw a wreckage of Skyship crash before you where you met Bridget and several demon entities or demon creatures fleeing from the scene after landing. Met Bridget, brought her with you to Everhelm. Kind of saw some weird goings-on with some giants before you got to Everhelm, and then you get to Everhelm and you get a place to stay in the Ravens, or City of Ravens, I believe, is the cool colloquial nickname. Yeah, and that's where we left off with Ren and Draco talking in the bar when a economically irresponsible brick gets thrown through a window and interrupts them. That's where we pick up with Ren yelling out the window and the bartender kind of walking over like, "Oh my gosh." I'm
Rin, oh yeah.
I was saying I'm sorry, Miss and Sir Dragonborn. This doesn't normally happen. Give me that real quick.
I'm used to it at this
Rin
point.
begrudgingly hands him the brick.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Miss. He kind of just sets it aside. You guys hear what sounds like a bell ringing in the distance. And it slowly starts getting louder and louder as suddenly a cart pulled by 2 horses pulls up to the window and you see several guards hop off. And they kind of just come inside and like, where's the owner of the establishment here, please? And the bartender comes over and is like, that's me. And the guards say, yeah, can you tell me what happened, sir? Frankly, I don't really know. I just was pouring a glass of water for this dragonborn that sat down, and some hooligan outside threw a brick through the window, so I don't really know. Okay. Has anyone seen what they look like? Kind of looks to you guys and the bartender. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll just keep a watch
What
for
he
you
looks
guys.
like.
You can make an intelligence check to remember any details, but you didn't see very much because you weren't focused on him when it happened.
I'm gonna do that then. With that, is that just straight intelligence
Mhm.
or
Yeah, straight intelligence.
straight intelligence? Okay, I'm good at intelligence supposedly. Let's find out. 1.
Yeah, you don't remember anything. You're just like, it was a human. Maybe.
He should have used a rock. It was this was way too expensive just to break a window. I mean, come on. He just looks annoyed at the fiscal irresponsibility of this guy. Can't even break a window without spending too much money.
Alright. The guard just seems kind of annoyed, and he's like, okay, well, we're gonna put a guard outside. You guys just let him know if you see anything or remember anything. And he leaves. The bartender's just like, ah. Alright, well. At least it's not cold.
Very nice and warm-ish. Sun. Stupid sun.
So yeah, Draco, you and Ren are now just kind of standing there. There's no one else in the tavern, except I think at probably this point Bridget walks down.
Ren kind of like pulls at her hair to make sure that none of the glass got in it, and kind of like straightens it out. And she looks so. You said Bridget came
Yep,
in.
Bridget starts walking down to the bar.
I guess.
Well, I thought you left at Amaya's room, so I figured you'd just go downstairs. Okay.
Well, all right. In that case, Ren notices Bridget, and she looks at her weird for a bit, and she turns to Draco again. She's like, "Well, as I was saying, I could probably get you in with the Platinum Dragons if that'd be something you want to get you get you a little bit of help around the city. Is this you know her?" She points her thumb over to Bridget.
I kind of look over. Yeah, we met up with her outside of town and helped her get here, but
Good. She turns to Bridget, and she kind of waves at her, just trying to awkwardly, kind of smiling, trying to look friendly, not doing a bad job of it, but she's obviously not the best with people. And she kind of takes a minute. She's like, well, I was
Could I
just
even see you?
what?
Yeah, you can see her.
Could I even see you?
Yes. She
Okay.
if you can look down. If you stand down, you can be seen. If your head is stuck looking forward, then not.
Yeah, you walk down, and at first glance, you just assume there's like a toddler in here, but then you realize that's what she's waving at you, and you look a little closer, and you see a kobold, which you don't really have much experience with, so you just basically see a little like a miniature dragonborn, just a little more, a little more feral looking, probably.
Thing I've ever seen.
Yes.
She takes a moment. She waves. She says, "Hi. I was just talking to your friend here about the Platinum Dragons. You happen to know about them?"
No.
Oh, okay.
There
Well,
are other dragons?
it's mostly Dragonborn, not all, but if you want to get a good meeting of the draconic races, they're definitely the ones to go to. More or less, I'll give you the quick version since I already gave the long version to your other scaly friend here. We're more or less just exist to is that laugh a character? Did the laugh you do, is that in character, or is that out of character?
Out of character.
Okay. Okay. Well, yeah, we basically opposed the Shadow Legion, or I guess he knew them by the Shadow Knights. They don't use that name anymore, but if whatever works. We're more or less just an opposing group within the city, and for it kind of makes it obvious why we're a lot of dragonborn types.
I think Bridget looks like really confused and like cocks her head to the side and what do you mean? What's been going on? Like she has no idea why there's not that many dragonborns.
She kind of looks at her like, oh, sweet summer child kind of look. He's like, oh, I thought this was a common knowledge, but let's just say that the Shadow Legion, historically, is the reason why there are not a lot of dragonborns.
Oh. And then I want to say like this mystified look comes over her face, and then her mouth kind of drops open, and she goes, I have to go, and she like turns around and rushes off.
Oh gosh. She kind of like looks at it. She's like, she swears a bit under her breath, and she's like, she shakes her head. She's like, okay. Takes a deep breath, kind of puts her hands together. Like, oh gosh.
Draco kind of comes up behind her and puts his hand on her shoulder. It's alright. I'm sure something just came up.
Okay. I mean, she like looks at him like, yeah, I know. She's like, yeah, I know, I freaked up, but she decides to take the out that he gave her and just kind of take it over.
All right, cool. At this point, I guess Amaya probably would walk down.
No, I'm staying upstairs in my room.
Oh, you're staying up there? Okay, I thought you said you left. Okay. Never mind, she stays up there. But Kietza shows up.
Who's that?
It's the Blood Elf. I have a picture, I guess I could show you.
Sorry, I wasn't. I was 100% paying attention to NPCs with the party, definitely.
Let's see here.
Getsu, another member of our party.
She gives him her little wave again.
Jeez. I don't know if I have a picture in here, or if it's only in Discord. I can share it on Discord anyways. Anyways, keep roleplaying.
But
Here I have it.
I guess dang. Well, I if you like, I guess you want me to get you over and get a meeting set up, right? Can probably get you in like an hour. I can.
Yeah.
It's not like we require like a super lot of initiation. Just gotta get you in, make sure you aren't work for the other side. But I highly doubt that. But it can't be too safe.
Yeah.
Let
me know when that meeting is.
Give me 1 second. She kind of like whistles. She tries to whistle. It just kind of like blows air, and she looks annoyed, and she claps twice, and out from the corner of the room, you see up in the rafters, what is a tiny mechanical dragon, holding a bag in its claws, and it kind of flies down, and Rin takes the bag from it. She kind of like rubs as it lands on her arm. She kind of like rubs its head a little, like a puppy or something. And she whispers something to it as she hands it a small small scroll to hold, and she kind of snaps her fingers over it, and a small projection goes over it as the paper becomes enchanted, with just a note, just saying like, "Hey, this is we want to set up a meeting with maybe 1 or 2 people to join the guild, and what time would be good, and just to write back and saying it's from Ren."
Okay.
And then she sends him off to go deliver the note.
All right. So your little mechanic dragon takes the note, and does it leave the bag behind or take the bag with you?
Yeah, it leaves the bag. I take
Okay, it leaves the bag with you, and kind of hops off, and then basically just does a little like cute little like run, like little bounding run towards the window, and then like just the wings just shoot out like like mechanical wings, I guess. They like unfold and then they go right out.
Just like it hovers off the ground.
You wish. No, it starts flapping and it goes out the window that was just previously broken.
Is that a... What is that? What was that?
Well, I like to call him Gerald, but I guess the correct term is he's a homunculus. I built him. Got a little gem for a heart, literally.
Oh.
And he's smarter than he looks. He runs errands. He's good company.
All right then. You said you built that?
Yeah. I'm a bit of an inventor.
Oh. What other
She
thing?
kind of lifts up a bit of her tunic, and on her leg you see there's a few tools, like a screwdriver, a small hammer, a few other bits and bobs of strange tools you don't really recognize. All seem to be somewhat mechanical, maybe with a few springs maybe here and there.
Oh.
You have an Allen wrench?
Yes, she does have an Allen wrench. She has 5 Allen wrenches, in fact.
Wow.
I'm
Quite
sorry.
crafty.
I mean, that's what they say about kobolds, don't they?
I suppose I haven't ever really met any kobolds.
Well, I haven't either. So let me kind of actually. She bites her lip and like, I guess, yeah, never mind. Yeah, I have, never mind. And she just kind of like mumbles to herself off on a tangent for a bit.
What was that?
No, nothing. Don't worry about it. And she kind of leans back and kind of like takes a look around, and like she takes a moment. She's like, well, we'll probably get a hopefully reply back in a few minutes here. How about we just do some proper introductions? I'll do just a little bit of a short interview with you, so that way we can kind of get most of this out of the way, and hopefully your friend will come back, because maybe she could use a little support from the guild. But anyway, she pauses for a moment, and she gestures over to the bar, and she clambers back onto the one of the seats, and she stretches out her hand, so and she stands up on it, so now she can stretch out her hand and offer her handshake.
Right. I take her tiny hand and shake it.
She has a very firm grip for its size. My name is Raina Steel Blast. You can, yeah, Raina's fine. And sits back down. It's like, well, more or less, I guess I just gotta run through just like the more details of the guild with you, and I doubt there's just kind of get you ready for the interview so you don't screw it up, which is pretty hard to do. But maybe you're dumb. I don't know. You could be. She tries to
Alright.
make sure this is taken as a joke by like winking, but it's really awkward, and she just is. As she realizes this, so she just kind of like starts messing with her hands again. But anyway, you are familiar with the Shadow Knights, right?
I am.
All right, and that would mean you're familiar with the Shadow Legion as they are now, correct? Or at least
I hadn't heard of that name.
Well, they more or less stand for the same things that the Shadow Knights did, so they're one the same, more or less, at least functionally. You're gonna basically be asked to swear an oath against them,
Alright.
and to making sure to thwart them in their deeds and ventures and such, and to work for the Platinum Dragons to help us achieve this. And we'll do some adventures, kind of maybe some reconnaissance. There's a lot going on in the city, so we gotta, it's nice to have a few eyes and ears everywhere for everybody kind of know what's who's doing what, and maybe get us some more friends in the city. Wouldn't be bad at all. No, they don't gotta join the guild to be friends. We can get some other guilds on our side.
Mm-hmm.
Your little mechanical dragon reappears, swooping in through the window and landing on the countertop. Has a letter in its mouth.
She takes it and quickly like slices it open with one of her claws, and pulls it out and opens it up.
All right. It says, "Dear Ren, we're happy to hear that you are making friends, and we would love to have an interview, but we cannot have one today and probably not tomorrow, considering the events going on in the Loft District. There's, as you know, a large faction gathering between the many different factions, and we must attend."
All right. She pauses for a moment. She's like, "Give me a minute," and she lets him see it, and just like it's not secret. And she takes another like blank piece of paper and undoes the enchantment on the other one that she had. She redoes it, and more or less asking like, what if I could bring them, basically saying like, she could bring them to kind of like go and see this at the upper district if they, or what was it?
The Loft District.
Like go and to bring them with her to the Loft District, and they could kind of, have that kind of be their initiation, just kind of like not like fully, but just kind of see the guild kind of in action, and maybe show them around the guild hall as well, just when there's not so many people around, so that way they don't get too like overwhelmed. Kind of give them a small tour and then take them up to the Loft District to kind of see things.
Okay.
I don't know, does that make sense? Like I'm explaining it badly.
So basically, you want to take them on a tour through the guild hall and then bring them to the faction meetings?
Yeah, just kind of, I assume there's like more public areas for the faction meetings. They can kind of.
There is, yeah.
Yeah, so just kind of bring them there and let them kind of see everything going on.
All right, so you send that letter away?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Before Gerald leaves again, she checks his wing, and she takes out like a small can out from her belt, and she oils one of the wing joints and just kind of like messes around with it, make sure it's still moving right, and she sends him off again.
Okay.
So what's this issue going on in the Loft District?
It's just like a normal like set meetings before, right, Daniel?
It's a yearly event essentially where all the different factions and or national representatives kind of meet together and mingle, and then also there are meetings that need to be had. It's not like anything it's not like formal necessarily, but it's like if there is any meetings that need to occur between many different nations, this is the time it would happen, and or factions. Because usually throughout the year, it's like hard to organize multiple factions to do a meeting. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, Ren basically just relays that to him because I'm too lazy to explain that in character.
That's fine.
All right.
So, you guys just kind of continue chatting?
Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess so. Honestly, Ren is Ren does look a little nervous. It's probably from having seen what's dang it, I forgot what's your character's name again, Rachel.
It's Bridget.
Bridget. After seeing Bridget leave, she's feeling a bit distraught.
Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna come back.
All right.
For waiting a minute for you guys to.
Back. It's more than fun.
You can just tell me when you come back, and then we'll introduce you.
Well, that's what I was like waiting for the minute where you guys were done, so I could be like, I'm gonna come back now.
So you can
and
come
be
back
like
then.
Awkward.
So he sends off. So Ren sends off the little mechanical dragon, and at almost the same moment, Bridget comes back.
Okay.
Ren looks. You almost see like a sigh of relief caught when you see her, when she sees Bridget come back, and she waves to her again and kind of gestures to offer her a seat, like either next to her or next to Draco, wherever she wants to sit.
I think I'm just gonna like awkwardly sit and do. I'm really sorry.
No, it's fine.
I'm really sheltered. I don't know much about where I come from and where my culture.
That's okay. It's all good. I just worried I hit a can't think of the word.
Offended? Or scared me off.
Yes, scared you off is a better word.
Yeah,
Has some different connotations.
Yeah.
Pauses for a moment. It's like, well, I guess, well, I was gonna take Draco here over to the see the guild hall, and then all the guilds in the city are having meetings and such up at the loft districts, and I was thinking I could bring everybody that was interested in possibly joining up there, and kind of take a look around, see the faction.
That'd be nice. Meet other Dragonborns. Draco was the first one I'd ever met, as far as I can remember.
But that's good to hear. Glad you're doing well with that. Just kind of close your fingers. I'm just waiting on a letter to get back here. Just confirm they're okay with me bringing you around the guild hall. And so you guys are all in the same party, right?
We found Bridget on the road. Her airship had crashed.
Yes, I haven't. Yeah.
Her eyes just like light up. She's like, airship? What around? Did they use did they use the ball of lightning stuff, or did they use did they store the magic in the crystals, or did they use a boiler, or she starts rambling like really fast about like all the different possible ways you could power the airship. And it's probably best if somebody stop her before she goes off for the next 2 minutes on this.
Okay. I have no idea. It was the first time I've ever been on it.
All right.
It crackled a lot, if that means anything. But that might have been it just coming down.
Yeah, you know, they tend to do that if they crash.
It crashed.
Your little mechanical dragon swoops in once again with another letter.
She takes the letter out of his mouth and kind of rubs his head again, and kind of like gestures to him to go kind of sit over on the other, just a bit away on the bar, and she opens up the letter again.
All right, and the letter reads. It reads, "You may take a tour with these people to the guild, just not anywhere restricted. And then you may come to the public events up in the Loft District, just to make sure you show your guild membership to get in." And that's all it says.
Folds up the letter and she gives them both thumbs up. And she's like, "Well, all right, then we're good to go. Is there anyone else you guys want to bring along, or just 3 of us?" Right. She picks up Gerald the homunculus 4, I should say.
Yeah, so it's just like, I'll come too, if that's okay.
You know, it's more than fine.
Okay.
And she she gets down again and stumbles off but this time she has Gerald get down the floor and she uses him as like a footstool to get down. It's like, well, I guess you guys can follow me and we'll just kind of make our way around. Sorry if I'm just a little slow. Got tiny legs, but I think I can keep up.
You want to hitch a ride?
No, I'm good. I'm not that small. She kind of folds her arms.
Okay,
and,
whatever you say.
Well, yes, exactly. Whatever I say.
All right, so you guys all leave with Ren without telling Amai anything?
As they're
I
walking
think someone
out,
should say something. Yeah.
Do you mind all waiting outside and while I go and tell Amai and see if she wants to come with us?
Yeah, that's fine.
And I'll just head upstairs and go to Amai's door and knock on it. Hey, Amai, are you in there? Are you awake?
She's dead, apparently.
See, I don't know if it's just because he's muted or...
I don't know.
I guess if
I think he said something in the chat,
Did he?
but I thought that was a while ago.
Yeah, that was like.
I remember him saying he was going to go to the
ago.
bathroom. That was before we left last session off, or last episode off.
Okay, then maybe he just left real quick and then thought he would be back in time.
Tony Jabroni.
I was gonna say Tony Haw.
Oh, that would be better. Why say something cultured when you could say something dumb? That's my life lesson for today. That's the moral.
Well, I would say something else, but I don't think you guys would know who he is.
Probably.
Genozo, get out of the bathroom.
I don't get it.
It's from a show called NCIS. There's a character called Tony, and he's a bit of a playboy. Doesn't like to do his work.
I see. I was half speaking my Ren voice.
I feel like Bridget would be standing next to Ren, like just staring at her, being like, "How are you so tiny?"
Red would probably be slightly annoyed, but not say anything. But she'd probably like accidentally bap her leg with the tail, just a little.
Well, not like in like, more like in like an odd voice.
Oh.
Like she sounds like in awe and kind of like jealous.
She's like jealous of the small.
Yes. Bridget has always wished that she was itty bitty and being able to like be invisible and no one could see her.
Oh. Obviously.
Is this in character?
Hmm?
Is this in character or out of character?
I think we're out of character because
Okay.
it would have been
It'd be a
nice,
very
but
weird discussion if they started talking about this in character.
I suppose so.
I have always wanted to be small and invisible from society.
I'm just
yes,
gonna.
yes.
This is a normal conversation.
Tony left?
I
Oh.
disconnected him just because maybe that would get his attention.
Oh.
I guess if he doesn't come back in 10 seconds, we'll can go on, and then if he comes back, we'll just say he came if he wants to come.
Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting. Yeah. Well, you guys can. Yeah, we'll let him retcon if he would. If he would have liked to have come when he shows up, then we'll make sure he's there. But
Or we can
if
just
he's
say, like maybe they left a note for him where they were going, so that way he can catch up.
sure, yeah.
Like, or he can just retcon that he came. Give him some options. Anyway, yeah, I guess Ren takes them all, and I guess Bridget is staying beside him, like you were saying. Instead, you're like you were saying.
Just
Oh, yeah,
admiring
she
my
was
smallness.
staring at you. And all. Yes.
All right. So Draco, we'll just say you don't get a hold of her at this point, and you guys,
Like she's asleep.
yeah, you guys head out. We'll say you left a note.
Anyway, Ren kind of leads you all through the streets. She has her dragon Gerald riding on one of her shoulders. Though he hops off every so often and just kind of like flies around the group. Maybe
How-
occasionally looking angrily at like a raven or something.
How big is this little mechanical dragon compared to her?
Probably like a third of her size.
Oh wow.
Damn.
Okay.
Wait, so is it bigger than a raven?
Probably.
Well, ravens can get pretty big.
Yeah, its like its size category is tiny, so it's the same.
Well,
as a
I'm
raven.
trying to get like an image of it because ravens are much smaller than like say an eagle, but they're about the same size as like a hawk. So
Yeah. So I would say they're probably the same size as a raven. Maybe some of the ravens are smaller than it, but it's pretty even.
It is a compact, efficient unit of technology.
and a raven is smaller than a cat, so
Yeah,
A
it's
raven is 1.5 to 2.5 feet.
Yeah, that seems about right.
yeah.
really? That seems big.
I just
Ravens
looked
can
it
be
up.
pretty big. They can get pretty big.
The drag is definitely on the upper size of ravens if we're using.
Yeah,
those for
the
measurement.
dragon will be
Okay.
the upper like the biggest ravens is probably the same size as this dragon, mechanical dragon.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys walk down the street and head over to the. It's kind of near the Loft District, but not in the Loft District where a lot of the guilds are. But eventually you do get to the Platinum Dragon Guild. I should say Guild Hall.
Nice. So she tries to open the door. Does it have like one of those big double doors?
Yeah.
Okay, she tries to open both of them at once and kind of fails miserably. So she has the dragon come and help her pull the other handle, so she can open both at once.
So you guys both slowly and with much struggle pull the doors open while
The dragon starts playing like a fanfare to try and like pad out the door opening time.
So yeah, it
Ridiculous.
cool. So you guys open the door, and inside immediately you see a large like mess hall with just like maybe 24 tables and benches, and then just some aisleways to walk down where you can see a kitchen on the right, like a kitchen sort of bar area that like where they give food out right there, and then there's several hallways on the left and or down towards straight down the way.
Right. She kind of like gestures. She's like, "This is the guild mess hall. We kind of, it kind of doubles as the basic meeting place, and we got some pretty good food here, if I do say so myself. And I do, because I'm saying. But she kind of like nervously starts to like trace like the lines in the palm of her hand again with the claw. She's like, anyway, down this way. She kind of just starts to give him like the basic tour, just kind of like all the areas, and maybe like throwing in kind of like the different things the guild has done kind of recently.
Cool. So yeah, you just
yeah. Sorry.
No, yeah. You show them around the mess hall in the area. There's people in the kitchen preparing food. All of them are dragonborn. There's at least 5 in them. 5 dragonborns in there.
What colors?
We've got probably red. I would say red, green, kind of like a lavender, and then we've got, that's 3. Then you got a blue and another kind of like reddish.
All right.
They're just kind of focused on making food. They don't really acknowledge you necessarily.
So it's pretty much everyone we're seeing in here a dragonborn?
I would say, yeah, if I say you see someone, likely chance that they're dragonborn, unless I tell you otherwise.
Alright.
So you kind of look around this area. You head down. So straight from the door past the mess hall is a large staircase that kind of spirals up and spirals down. You're not allowed to go downstairs, but you can go upstairs. And upstairs is just more like I wouldn't say, they're like offices for like different ranks of people in the guild. Like there's a accountant office, there's the head leader office, all these different like kind of stations. And then there are some like living quarters up there for like the leaders. And then
Hey, Ren.
Yep.
Hey, Ren.
Yeah.
Why can't we go downstairs? What's down there?
Restricted things. She's tried. What's down there? Does she know?
Down there is basically like the storage area where everything is kept that they just like either stole from the Legion, the Shadow Legion, or just like other random stuff. It's a very much mixed bag of like regular stuff and like stuff that no one should be messing with.
But yeah, it's just kind of like our storage area. We don't want anyone that we don't trust down there, because like we don't want people like taking our stuff. That's just annoying and rude and fiscally irresponsible.
Of course.
All right, so then you head back downstairs. There's some more hallways on the left side of the mess hall, and by and large, these just lead to like living quarters of other members, and so like that. At the very end of these halls is another hall that crosses between them, so you can get to other halls from that hall. But there's also a chapel there that's more so just like non-denomination. You can kind of just pray to whoever you want to pray there. And yeah. That's the gist of the guild hall.
Okay.
So, pretty nice area.
We put a lot of time in building it. Well, we didn't. I mean, I didn't. I wasn't here when it got built, but maybe I was.
No, you probably weren't.
Yeah, maybe I was born. No, I wasn't born yet either. And then it got built. Probably.
It probably got built.
You can never know. You act like I'm joking. I'm not. You never know.
About what?
Maybe it just the chances that it appeared just randomly from some like cosmic force event are astronomically slim, but never zero. Anyway, yeah, let's go left.
What's in the loft district?
The meetings and stuff, just kind of so you can kind of see the guild leaders and see us in action. See maybe the kind of people we have to offer to help you out with whatever that you're questing and such, seeing as you're all adventurers. Good place to get allies.
Keep track of all the Dragonborn?
Yeah, well, we try, because always worried that they're gonna be someone's target. So keep tabs on them. Just make sure they're alive, and no one's trying to kill them.
Like all of their names.
And that's a bit stalkerish, but probably. Yeah.
Does the guild have a library or like a history of the Dragonborns?
Yeah, definitely. We got some in the library. We got some probably in the guild only areas. I haven't taken really too much of time to reading that kind of thing. Just mostly stick to my machines.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Cool. So, do you guys want to explore anything specifically, or go anywhere else, or you want to go to the Loft District?
Yeah. Before we head off to the Loft District, Ren, could we swing by that library? I'd like to.
Is the guild library in the restriction section, or is it open?
It is restricted, yeah.
You see, it's kind of just a little restricted, So we got we got wait a few days to get you in. But you're more it's basic guild access to get into it. As soon as we get you in, you can read whatever you want there.
All right. Head to the Lost District then.
Oh, okay.
You don't want to do.
Could we go back and talk to the other Dragonborns?
Definitely. So on your way out, you want to walk over to the kitchen to talk to them?
Yeah.
Okay. So you walk up to like the kitchen, little bar area that they kind of pass food through. You don't see a door to the kitchen or anything, but you can talk to them.
So am I in the kitchen, or
you're like?
So
you're like a cafeteria. There's like a window and a bar kind of thing where they have all the food set out. That's kind of where you're at right now.
Oh, you mean okay, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, like a school cafeteria.
Okay. So I guess you could stand next to the counter and look over it and awkwardly be like, Your pretty color.
Which one are you talking to?
The lavender one.
You see red in the corner, like, doing a pretty.
So you say that, and the Dragonborn is a female, and she's like, "Oh, thank you. I am unique. Not many Dragonborn have a particular color like me, so I appreciate it."
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was a bit abrupt. I've never seen a Dragonborn, and I've never seen someone different color than me.
I understand. There's many of us who don't get the gift of meeting more. But yeah, I was like to know more. I was born here in Everhelm, but yeah, I haven't met you before. Where are you from?
I'm not really from one place.
Ah, you traveled a lot?
Yes. Mostly just kept in hiding, really.
In hiding, yeah, I understand. Well, you could join the guild. We would protect you, and we strength in numbers. So, and like as she says, strength in numbers. All the other chefs are like, here.
Okay.
As they're just doing stuff.
Well, thank you. I'm trying to learn more about Dragonborns because I really don't know anything, and I didn't grow up. I was adopted, so I didn't grow up with my family, and I haven't seen them. I don't know where they are.
All right. That's sad. Well, you won't find very many Dragonborn in any place in the world. We were all hunted down several decades ago by the Shadow Legion. They were called the Shadow Knights, but they've changed names. Not very different name, but they still change names. And she kind of like stares in the distance for a minute, and she says, "Yeah, I had my parents. They were murdered right in front of me."
And so I'm so sorry to hear that. Is that something common among Dragonborn?
Very common, very common. But more or less, it's just lucky that we're here, because usually everyone comes from an encounter with the Shadow Legion, having barely escaped somehow or another. So, in some ways, you're a little lucky. You still got a family. But in others, you're a little unlucky. You don't know much of the hardship that has pushed us all through to find this place.
Well, I'm hoping with the help of Ren that I can find out more and maybe even find them. My family, if you want to call it that.
I hope you can find your family. I hope they're alive and well. But
kind of like a dream I've always had, so I don't have hope, but just want to know what happened to them.
oh, I understand. Well, that's definitely something we can help you with. It might not be done tomorrow or in a week, but with enough time and enough help, we could help you with that.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. It'd mean the world to find out what happened to my family.
Of Of course. Well, I must continue with my preparations, but you're welcome to come back, and definitely welcome to join the guild.
Oh, of course, thank you. I will let you get back to work.
Thank you. Goodbye now.
She walks away awkwardly.
Okay.
Ren gives her a supportive thumbs up. The dragon Gerald also gives her a thumbs up.
The dragon, the mechanical dragon, just
Bridget pats the dragon's head because she knows if she does it to Ren, it'll be patronizing.
The dragon does was effectively, it has kind of like a display on its. I wouldn't quite call it a holographic display, but it's the closest thing I could think of. It does like a uwu face or something.
Ha!
It's like one of the, what was that? You remember those I don't know if you guys even freaking remember this, but you remember those robots at Radio Shack?
The little robot puppies or whatever?
That was in 2005. They were those dog things. They had
Oh, the eye dogs?
Yeah, it's like
for
that.
the music, they play music. I was just thinking about that the other day.
Yeah, it's those. It's that, but it's a dragon and it can kill.
I had one of those. They are adorable. Their ears go up and it would bark.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
Shout out to the 5 kids that remember those.
Wasn't for 2. We have to find the other 3.
You have to like the video if you remember Nine Dogs.
Yeah, definitely.
Like this video.
Or dislike it if you don't remember them.
Wow. Well, I guess it's interaction.
No.
Do that.
Well, I mean, I think every interaction counts.
Leave a
for
comment if
pushing.
you don't remember them.
It's good for the algorithm. It
Yeah,
gives
leave a
us
comment so we can
good views.
tell you how sad your childhood was.
Are we still role playing or are we pausing?
That was all in character.
Well, no, I mean,
No.
yeah, because Danny's muted and I was
what the heck? I didn't realize I was muted. I was joking along with you guys.
Oh.
No.
So I guess you'll have to listen to the recording to hear that, because that part would be in the recording, but I guess you guys didn't hear me.
Okay, he's like, why weren't they laughing at my jokes?
Yeah.
Because you're not funny. Didn't laugh.
Well, I think I can't remember what I said. I said something comment in the on the video if you don't remember them, and I was like, so we can tell you how sad your childhood was.
I revealed more than I wanted to.
All right, so where are you guys off to at this point?
We're following Ren out of the kitchen.
Okay.
I'm
Or
getting taken
Pear.
to the loft district,
the loft
so
district.
they can kind of watch if they want to talk while we walk. Then we can do that, or we can just time skip to there, unless you got anything planned for us on the way.
So, as you guys walk through the loft district, at least one of the entrances to the loft district, because it is a section that is gated. There's a big wall between the loft district, and the rest of the city. Because it's kind of like the noble, posh area, essentially. And you guys get to a gate, and they won't let you through unless, they'll basically you walk through the gate, and they're like, please show your guild memberships, please.
And Rin has the dragon cough up the guild membership papers. It's like a
Okay.
neat scroll. It's just there with me.
Okay. Well, I can't say I can allow all of you in, but I can allow you in.
Can I show him the letter that said that I could bring them in with him?
Sure.
Would that have the proper stuff on it to show that they have permission to come in, or not?
Not really, no.
Oh, okay, now then I want to show it because it's not use. So basically, I can't get them in.
Basically.
Okay, well, never
She
mind. We're
said she
going somewhere
could.
else. Well, I guess I'll go in real quick and like take care of a few things, and then I'll just come back out like I'll go in and see if I can find a way to get them in, and if I can, I'll come out in like 10 minutes and say like, oh, too bad. We'll do it later.
Okay. So you
So
run.
Bridget and Drake are just like
So
awkwardly standing there.
Yeah, you tell them to wait for you essentially, and you run inside. John.
Go see if there's any.
Yeah?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
And I go see if Ren goes and sees if there's anybody that's like free that isn't like busy that could like get them in. Probably but if they're busy, it's like not like super important that they go and see this because they're probably already they're already hooked. She's already got them hooked on the library.
Okay, so you walk inside. You do find a higher ranking member of the guild who's not preoccupied. They're kind of just eating at this point. You do know them, not like super well, but you do know them. You've talked to them before. This person's name. Let me find the name for you real quick.
Were they the one that I was saying the letters to, or they?
No, this would be someone else.
All right.
So this would be, where's the name? This would be a male dragonborn named Cultix. You've talked to him a few times. And he's just kind of eating at this moment. He's eating, minding his own business. Seems like he's in a hurry, but, he's the only person you see, so.
And I guess I'll just go up and I'll ask him, like, if they're, like, just kind of, like, just very quickly, just kind of, like, explain to him, like, give him, like, the Spark Notes version of just what I'm trying to do, and like if she's too busy, that's fine. I'll just show him around later.
Okay.
She's just very much just giving off the like, like the it's fine if like you're busy energy.
Mm-hmm. Right. All right. So he's like, I am busy, but I think I can spare a moment to try and get your friends in. Let me just finish this real quick. And he's just kind of, as he's standing up, he's just like quickly eating, scarfing down this funnel cake or something that just he's eating. And so yeah, he starts following you to whichever gate that they're at.
And take him to the gate, just see what he can do.
All right. So, bringing him to the gate, you, Bridget and Draco, see a dragonborn with white and gray scales. Actually, I can just share you a picture of what he looks like. This is what Cultix looks like. And
He looks like a samurai.
He wears armor, so yes. Anyways, he talks to the guard and shows him a badge, basically. And he's like, all right, what is your name? While pointing to Draco.
Stacy.
Stacy, okay. And then your name, miss, pointing to Bridget.
Bridget?
All right, just don't cause any trouble and stick with Ren here, and we shouldn't have any issues. But yeah, enjoy the festivities. And he just starts walking away, like he's got somewhere to be.
Ren gives him the thumbs up and thanks him, and she quickly leads him inside.
Okay, so you guys all walk inside. Cool.
I mechanical dragon has seemed to go into some sort of patrol cycle now around them because they're in a more crowded area.
Yeah, it is more crowded in this area, and there is a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of fair food essentially all around. A lot of smells, a lot of little mini games, carnival games essentially, and there's a big area in the center that's like well, I shouldn't say the center, but like near you guys. There's a big area where there is dueling going on, just like not like with real weapons, but just like essentially like for show.
See Ren looking at the dueling, she's wishing she mumbles something about how they should be using real weapons because that would be way cooler.
I think Bridget would get like captivated by the smell of all the food and start walking towards it.
All right, so you start walking towards the food. Essentially, you find carts of people selling like funnel cakes and whatever they're called, elephant ears, all like colorful and fairground food you can think of.
So there are deep fryers here.
100%, 100%.
You see Draco do
There's
the
cauldrons
exact
of oil.
opposite and kind of retract from the food.
Yeah, for you, Draco, it just smells what's the word? Revolting?
Horrible. Yeah, no, just this all smells gross.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Draco, can you roll inside the tower for me a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving.
Yeah.
Wisdom saving throw not to die from the funnel cake.
I want funnel cake. That sounds interesting. Can dragon eat funnel cake?
Of course, why not? This is a fantasy world. You can enjoy all the funnel cake you want.
Do you guys have those turkey legs? Can I have a turkey leg?
Oh yeah, there's definitely turkey legs. Draco, you are very hungry right now. But you do not necessarily need to eat, but you do feel very hungry.
Ren is kind of walking around with sorry, your name Bridget, and
Yes.
she's just kind of enjoying seeing Bridget like getting excited about all the foods. Though you see if you notice, Ren is actually looking at all the ways they're trying to keep the oil hot to see if there's any non-basic way they're doing it.
Mostly it's fire.
Disappointing.
I think Bridget just like keeps staring at food and doesn't know what to pick first, and then she's like, I want cake. Can I have a funnel cake? How do I do that?
Have you ever bought a thing before? Can't tell you're that sheltered.
Not in this kind of environment. Usually like in shops and stuff.
Ren sighs as she goes over to the funnel cake stands, and she like awkwardly buys 2 funnel cakes. We tried to
I have money.
peeked over the desk of like the thing, and she brings a funnel cake. She brings it back over to to Bridget and hands her one. She's like, there.
Oh, thank you. I have money. I could have paid for it. And then she like takes a bite of it, and like her face lights up, and she goes, "This is the best thing I've ever tasted."
Ren seems happy. Like her tail kind of like slides along the ground a little bit.
Oh. And Bridget just keeps eating the funnel cake.
Rin feeds some of her funnel cake to her little mechanical dragon. You hear there's like a puff of smoke comes out of its nose. It's incinerated the funnel cake for power.
Nice. Well, so you guys kind of like walking around. You guys see the large palace is pretty close to you guys, like the really pretty one that I showed you in the picture. It's pretty close to you guys, and on the side of it, you see a man in like dark clothing doing something weird on like the side of like this like main big large room. He's on the outside.
Like, is he doing it like, is he just like some weird guy, or does he look like suspicious, like he's trying to do something to like the people in the room? Like, try to watch
So make a perception check. You guys can all make a perception check probably.
A what check?
Perception check. So basically go to your skills tab on your character sheet.
Am I gonna be able to do it?
Let's see if you can. If you can't, you can just roll regular dice and add the modifier it says there for perception, which for you is a +0, so it doesn't matter that much.
I roll investigation instead, or not?
Is it a D20?
It is a D20, yes.
Or
Oh, nice. 19.
All right,
and then I
so
think
Bridget's
my
too
perception is
amused.
0.
Bridget is too engaged with her funnel cake and or whatever else she's eating, I guess turkey leg. But Draco, you and Ren both see the man. He is a half elf, and he's wearing white gloves, and he is currently scratching arcane runes into the side of the building, and he seems to be moving pretty quickly.
Do I recognize what the runes are?
Make an arcana check.
Fuck.
At this distance, you cannot. But it doesn't seem good, we'll say that.
Can I come up behind him, grab him, turn him around, thrust him against the wall?
Wait, Bridget like holds up a finger when she sees him start to go over to him.
So at this point, you're too far away. You have to walk really close. So like when I say you see him on the palace side of a wall, and that's like maybe 300 feet away from you. And you're between a bunch of crowds essentially.
Ren is gonna point to her dragon, and she's gonna. I believe I can see through its eyes. Give me a second. I just want to check to make sure I can do that. I should be able to. One second.
Taking a look around, do I see any other white gloves?
Make a perception check.
I cannot, but I can say it over because I can.
All right, Draco, you see a number of people in white gloves, and they are all kind of standing precariously in very specific locations around the area, like they're waiting for something.
How close is the nearest one to me?
Maybe like 20 feet away.
Okay. Can I try to sneak up behind him?
Sure, make a stealth check. Damn, what the... Just rolling so good right now.
Yeah, when it counts.
So you kind of just fade into the crowd, essentially.
Ren is just gonna alert Bridget to things not being good with kind of like be on guard, and then like looking at all the people that are like the people of interest, and then like really long time with the person carving runes.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of tip her off to it.
So,
okay. Can I talk? Or are you gonna
go
talk?
ahead. Go ahead, yeah.
I was gonna say that she just like is like licking the plate, and so when she finally like catches what Ren's trying to do. She like looks over the edge of the plate and looks really confused. And is like, what? What's going on?
Shadow Legion.
I'm gonna come up
Oh.
behind the one that I'm coming
Alright,
up to.
So you stealth
and, like,
behind him? Yep.
Kinda trying to in a way that wouldn't catch too much attention from anybody else around, like grab him and put my knife into his side.
What?
Okay.
Or like just
Violence.
hold it there. Don't actually like stab him.
Oh, okay. I see
But,
what you
like,
mean. I thought you
push
meant you
it
were
into
like,
his-
I execute him.
No, because
Okay,
that could
that-
turn
that's
out
not-
bad.
Are you
for
sure? Are you
everybody.
sure? Because that's what it sounds like you want to do.
I don't feel
Okay.
like eating anybody right now. Well,
So-
I do, but
Wait, I thought you were hungry.
I am, but I don't want to in front of everybody. No, I just
Okay.
put it into his back so he can feel it.
Alright, so you
And
have his
then-
mouth covered, you're kind of grappling him, and you're threatening him with a knife. What do you tell him? Or what do you ask him?
I whisper into his ear. What's the plan that's going on here?
How did you get in?
He kind of mumbles underneath your hand. Sorry.
I push my knife a little bit further into his side and whisper into his ear. And you're gonna tell me the truth. Trying to intimidate him.
Alright, roll intimidation check.
15, and then I uncover his mouth.
Let's see here. He says to you, everything that's happening here is what deserves to happen. And almost at the exact same moment, the guy who's drawing the arcane runes or whatever on the side of the building explode. They explode, and almost instantly, about 50 people who were around the area of the explosion, immediately right there, all get sucked in to this one focal point and are just gone.
What?
Holy shit.
Do I recognize this type of magic?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay, Arcana check. Freaking work, please.
That's
Okay,
good
so-
enough. You recognize this as what's that new one from Matt Mercer's book, Graviturgy or something like that?
Yeah.
Chronomancy. That's what it looks like.
So it's some sort of gravity magic.
Something like that, yeah. And that's what will end tonight's session, I guess.
Frick.
You're gonna
Shit.
end it here?
Yep.
He always does that. Always ends
Yeah,
up
but as a
some huge
viewer,
part. Yeah.
Feels different, doesn't it? Now as a player, it's like, wait a minute.
oh, bullshit.
Yep.
Uh,
I don't know
I
where
object.
Amaya
I
went,
feel like
where Tony
stomping
went.
my foot.
I don't know where Tony went, but
Yeah.
if he's around, I have tomorrow off, so if he's around, I want to maybe play a small session with him tomorrow, maybe. And
I'd be down.
well, I think it might just be him alone with me
Oh.
because he wasn't with you guys, so I'll just go through what he
Oh.
went with going with him, and
Well, he
then
would
you
be
guys can
doing-
meet up.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see.
Alright then. Wow.
That was interesting.
That was a good session.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. It was a little slow, I would say, but it was good. There was a lot of roleplay. You know, it is what it is.
No,
so-
no, like I said, I
we-
thought
We have established that the dragon is basically an eye dog.
That's the most important part. Yep.
Yes.
Actually, I'm excited to see Draco eat somebody. Can I see that next section?
oh god.
You might, depending on what happens after this had occurred, But you'll have a week to think about that.
Hopefully I can not eat
Draco
the
dog.
guy.
Draco
I don't
must
think-
consume the
Well, you
flesh.
definitely should think about what's your best options here, because this is a very highly political area, and there are plenty of guards around.
Yeah.
So definitely think about your options and what you should do, what you shouldn't do. But I
Yeah.
think I will end the episode or the recording right there. Like, comment, subscribe, comment if you don't know what an iDog is, and we'll tell you how much your childhood sucked. Anyways, see you guys later.
Okay.